And welcome to another episode of Business Party Podcast on this fucking usual Wednesday, like we always do. And of course, I cursed in the first 30 seconds, so we're already demonetized on YouTube. I just thought about that. I was like, oh, I can't talk without cursing. It just happens.
It does.
Yeah. But
fuck
nonetheless,
them.
yeah, fuck them. We're never gonna make money from YouTube. Let's be honest.
No, probably like Rumble.
Mhm.
Call us.
So far, I think we've made $1.60, $1.60 on Rumble.
Woo!
Woot. Yay. What's up, kids? How's everybody's week?
Not too bad. Pretty good for me today getting that AR. So that's gonna be nice. Can't wait to shoot that motherfucker. And besides that, usual shit. How about you all?
Been working my
It's been good. I've been working, so I have actually been working out lately, like doing work, right? Today was the first time I worked out where I was like, I feel like a beast. Because I was like doing I was like, yeah. And I was like, I feel like such a fucking dude right now, but it felt great. And then I
Good.
cried afterwards because I was like, it was
Yep.
just so hard.
Sounds like what a dude would do. And now you're crocheting.
And
Sir,
now
excuse me,
I'm-
sir.
Now I'm crocheting.
You are a 2023 male.
She said, and I
I am-
cried afterward.
I did. I was like, what? And I was like, buck it up, sister.
There you
And then I
go.
went back to crocheting because I have to get this done for your daughter. I'm so excited to actually
yeah.
do this one.
It's gonna be
So
awesome.
I'll keep you guys updated on my progress.
Right on.
You are a
So,
true
anyway.
man of 2023, Mama J.
I
Man.
know. I mean, as soon enough, I'm gonna
Renaissance
make
woman.
myself like a crochet bodysuit and post it on the internet like David Hogg. So
That'd be awesome if you fucking made a whole fucking bodysuit.
I didn't see that. David Hogg put a bodysuit up there.
Oh Lord, be yeah, it was like I saw it because I was looking up crochet stuff and it just came up like on my internet. I was like, no, delete. But yeah, it was like a pic. Oh my god, I have to find it now. Hold on.
Holy
You make yourself a
mother.
whole fucking a knitted fucking
What
onesie.
did he put fucking muscles on them on that fucking crochet thing? Because he ain't got shit. He looks like fucking Shaggy,
Yeah, he's a fucking
scrawny
twig.
little pipsqueak. He's tall as fuck. He's got a giant head, but
I love that shit whenever he
He
posted
does
that.
have a giant head.
What was that?
Oh,
that
or
post.
maybe it was.
That post. He was like, I've been on this I was on X or Twitter, really. He was like, I've been on this platform for like 10 years or 11 years, something like that. And he was like, wow, I can't believe how time flies. Then Charlie Cox from Grantham underneath was like, and you still a bitch.
Oh yeah.
hey, babe. Yeah.
You know what he kind of looks like.
Yo.
He gives me Gavin Newsom vibes.
Yeah.
In what way?
I don't know. Maybe it's a slick
tall
back
giant
hair
piece of shit.
thing.
I mean, I could see that, but yeah, it definitely doesn't look like him. But for simping to all the
Yeah.
shit that he does, I can see
Can't
some of
find
that.
it.
By the way, I started watching. I started listening to the Britney Spears book.
Mhm.
And I'm doing it by that lawyer lady with her commentary.
Mm.
Yes, love.
Oh, come on. She's like, I mean, listen, I get a lot of it, and she's pretty good, but like she had a comment about war reenactments in the South, and she's like, well, I have an idea why they do that. Like, bitch, they do it in fucking Pittsburgh too. They do it in Pennsylvania. They do it all
Oh
over,
my
all
God,
over. She's
that's
like
not-
the South law. She's like the South
Sometimes-
lost.
Sometimes
So
you
what?
just need to just like get over some of that stuff and just view it for the content, not the
Yeah,
commentary.
exactly. Yeah.
Why you think she's
I'm
doing
just
it just
saying.
for the content? She's doing it for her audience
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't say
Yeah.
she doesn't say pew pews or suicide. She's like, and then
No, because she can't. Because here's the thing: it's like when you're looking, if you're watching someone who isn't right wing, because she's not,
no.
they're gonna go by the YouTube rules and stuff, so they don't get demonetized and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you
of
can't say
course,
gun on
anybody-
YouTube.
No, there's a lot of stuff you can't say. You can't say that.
Cocaine.
You can say cocaine,
Blow?
but it's just like, what is it like? Like people can't say sexual assault; they call it SA. They can't say
Maybe that's why Drinking Bros doesn't make any money on it, because
guns.
they say all this shit. They just say whatever.
Yeah, like you can't say like guns or talk about anything like that, like
And I-
any type of violence. You can't say kill. Like they kill, like people will be like, oh, and they unalived this person, and you're just like,
Which is it's stupid.
yeah.
It's stupid because you're just taking away words. It's dumb.
Well,
TikTok
yeah.
is just getting worse and worse because what I saw today was that you're not allowed to vape on lives, and that if you vape, if you go off screen and vape and then come back, you'll get a ban for that. And I'm like, what fucking? But there's Blue Chew, but you can advertise Blue Chew on this motherfucker.
that's
But
why
I can't vape.
That's why I quit trying to even do TikTok, man. It's not even worth it. I know it can be fun and you can grow fast on there.
Clinton
And shit,
came
but
back.
fuck, I can't do it on there.
It's so fucking stupid. Like we're and the trigger warnings. Listen, I'm sorry. Okay. Shit happens. People have life experience. You know, you can't put a trigger warning before you describe somebody getting into an accident.
Mhm.
She put a trigger warning. Somebody might have gotten into, say, a bodily harm kind of a situation. So if you have that experience, this is a trigger. Fuck you. All right.
I know.
Then don't read the book. Don't listen to the book. Don't go outside. Don't fucking
Right.
go outside in the sun
Don't
because you
even
know what
go
might
outside.
happen. You might get fucking sunburn and you might trigger warning because you don't like lobsters. Fuck you and your mother.
Well, but that's how like, you know, I mean, that's how people have to play the game if they want to get paid. If this is
Which
what
is-
they're doing as their
What-
job.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the
You
thought
know?
police. They've called it for years.
Yeah.
They kept, they were telling people you're gonna be thought police, you're gonna be thought police, you're gonna be thought police, and people were like, no, that's never gonna happen. No, that's
Well, what is
yes,
that from,
motherfucker, it's happening now.
what is it from Orwell? It's the revolution is complete when the speech is perfect.
Yeah.
That's another part that's coming up that seems how everyone
Yeah.
is changing their speech in order to placate to things to stay on platforms and whatnot. Fuck all
Oh
that.
yeah.
And make money.
But have you guys seen what Nikki Haley said about like that stuff too? And
Oh
then,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was
Jesse
saying-
Hochschild?
Well, that she was saying that everybody should put their actual information and your license into Twitter and actually be verified in your account and put your
Yeah.
name. And if you got something to say, how about fucking no?
Yeah, how about fuck you?
about-
Like that we're supposed to
Yeah.
be allowed to have anonymity. You're allowed
Yeah.
to be able to fucking hide who you are and still be able
Fair.
to say shit.
I'm sorry if
There it
if fucking the bots have been taken over because you fucking allowed this shit to happen.
I do not like this bird face fucking lady at
No.
all.
I haven't liked her for. a
We
long
have to
time.
do social media accounts. Social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing.
I agree
The
with
second
that.
thing
I
is
agree with that.
every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to
wait.
stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then you're going to get some civility when people know their name is next to what they say,
Accountability.
and they know their pastor and their family members going to see it. It's going to help our kids, and it's going to help our country.
The only
When
way
I
it's
get in
going to cut
office,
down
the-
on the only way it's going to cut down on bots is if you're putting in an ID, because
Yeah.
bots are still paid for on Twitter right now, and I have seen it quite often.
How about you don't argue
Yeah.
with someone who has 3 followers? How about you don't argue someone who's got a fucking anime picture? Sorry, Kelly. If don't argue with fucking idiots. How about that? If they've got 3 pictures and a fucking and no content, don't argue with
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, I
Because you're
usually
just
just
eating
block.
into
here's
that.
but this is another example of you're too stupid to take care of yourself. You you have
Yeah.
zero personal responsibility, and mommy and daddy government need to wipe your ass and change your diaper.
Right? We need
Oh.
to helicopter government this entire fucking
Right.
330 million people. Like, no.
And if
We
you
have to-
don't do what they want you to do, they will slap you on the wrist and put you in timeout for a little bit.
Mhm.
We have to bubble wrap the world like the kid in Little Giants. No, how about you go fuck yourself? Darwin was right. Listen, Darwin
Right.
was right. Only the strong survive. Sorry. That's the way it works. Spartan. Fucking kick you right off. Sorry.
Speaking
Right
of
off the ledge. Fuck you.
speaking of Sparta, is a political fight club coming on the verge There was
God, I
what was
hope
it?
so.
What was his
Mullins.
Well, no, we'll go on to that one. but there
McCarthy.
was one
Oh,
before
McCarthy, yeah.
McCarthy, yeah, supposedly elbowed that one dude in like the back or something, and then that guy ran after McCarthy.
Beckett.
Was it? What was it?
I think it was Beckett is the one who got hit. Hold on.
Might be. I can't remember. I didn't see a video or anything. I just heard about it. If you guys want to look up an article for that, or if there's anything for that, because I do know quite a few people are talking about that, and I don't know if they showed the video of that actually happening, but I know he was talking to NPR, and they were pretty much confirming that it seemed like it was more of like a actual like blow in a way. But
all right, here we go. I haven't looked at the article. It's from CNN, but let's see.
Right.
So this is the headline: is GOP rep Tim Burchett accuses Kevin McCarthy of elbowing him in the kidneys. Ex-speaker denies it.
Like McCarthy came up like, "Wow!"
Yeah. So Burchett criticized McCarthy for being a bully as he described his altercation with the former House GOP leader, where he says McCarthy elbowed him in the kidneys while he was talking to a reporter in the hallway outside the GOP conference meeting. And he said, I got elbowed in the back and it kind of caught me off guard because it was a clean shot to the kidneys. And I turned back and there was Kevin McCarthy. And for a moment, I was kind of, what the heck just happened? And then chased after him, of course. And then now he's the type of guy that when you're a kid would throw a rock over the fence and run home and hide behind his mama's skirt.
That's right, you a bitch.
Right.
Called you a bitch.
So Burchett was talking to a reporter, and the reporter
Raju, I hate that fucking guy.
He saw it happen. And so then McCarthy, they had, I wonder if they have a video of McCarthy's response to this. They don't have a video, but they do have his comments, I think. Okay, go ahead.
I got it. Come on, you beach.
Don't talk about me like that.
That he elbowed him in the back. Let's listen.
Not elbow. I would not hit him in a kidney. HC5, you're all down there, right? Not a very big hallway. So I'm walking out. You could talk to Bruce Westman, because I actually called him after you guys reported something and said, did I hit somebody? Bruce Westman and I were walking out. And I guess a reporter was interviewing Burchett or something. I guess our shoulders hit, because Burchett runs up to me after. I didn't know what he was talking about. Some reporters asked me. I did not run and hit the guy. I did not kidney punch him. I did not shoot anything like that.
You didn't shove him.
No. We're walking through. You were at HC5, right? You guys line up along the way.
Which I'm willing to bet McCarthy's telling the truth.
Walking out, he must have been interviewing someone. I didn't know it was him or something. I guess our elbows hit as I walked by. I didn't punch anybody. I guess it happened because when I was walking back further, I don't say somebody was interviewing me or talking to me, and he comes running up like, why did you hit me or something like that? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even know.
Even the guy that Burchett was talking to was. Oh, go ahead. You want to finish it because I think it's that guy. That's
Roger.
Going to answer. He's going to basically say what I was going to say.
All right.
Walk, and then you intentionally hit him.
There is not a place. Show me a reporter who saw that. Call Bruce Westerman. Ask Bruce Westerman. No, I did not go up. If I would hit somebody, they would know I hit him.
He said he was in pain. And
come on now.
That's what he said.
Matt Gaetz has put Congressman Gaetzinger wrote that you pushed him twice while he was in Congress in the chamber.
When have I pushed him?
Kinzinger said he was in the back railing once and you elbowed him and pushed him.
You said Gaetz.
Kinzinger.
No, I don't know. I don't know about Kinzinger.
Congressman Gaetz, though, is filing or submitting a complaint to the Ethics Committee over this issue. Do you have any response to Congressman Gaetz?
No, I think ethics is a good place for Gaetz to be.
So, I mean, Burchett said that you're the kind of guy, this is his words, as a kid, would throw a rock and then go hide under his mom's skirt. That was his exact words. What's your response?
That's not who I am.
Is there bad blood between you and Burchett?
Nigga, she's.
The reason why I kind of think McCarthy's telling the truth is because I think this is so fucking childish and stupid that it's like it just he may have like glanced behind him or what. Like, I highly doubted anything. Like they're old ass men. He doesn't have time for that type of bullshit. He barely should even be in where he's at right now.
Who, McCarthy?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I just it's all stupid.
I think it was pretty fucking stupid. I think that guy was definitely not in pain and acting like a cunt.
But I will say though, the NPR reporter did see it too.
Well,
Like, it wasn't
that's
like
funny.
just this guy.
Right.
He said, "Name
It's
one
just
person
him.
that saw it." They named the girl, and he's like, "Well, just ask this guy." It's like, wait a minute, you said, hold on, wait a minute. But I mean, he's from California. He seems like a
Right.
cunt. So
Well,
I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
he seems like one of the, and the way he said, and yeah, that's the most I've seen him fucking actually like articulate anything in fucking a while. So let me give you a little backstory in this because it doesn't give you the whole clip.
Yeah.
So Mullen and O'Brien, the guy who he's speaking with, had another congressional hearing prior to, and Mullen, the O'Brien didn't like the answers that was given, didn't like the questions or whatever. He didn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
So O'Brien went and tweeted multiple times at Mullen.
Yeah.
And these are the tweets you're going to hear what he said. O'Brien is a union leader for one of the unions.
Teamster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teamsters, yeah.
My husband said the what? Never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. Your husband said what?
No, because you got to watch it first before it to make sense.
Okay.
Right.
But he seems like the okay. You know, you're right. Let's watch it first because that guy got something on that too.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself. And my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your
Sorry.
solution? Every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Now,
You know, you're a United States.
now, if anyone is not noticing Mullen's ears, they may want to look at his ears and don't fight him.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't fight this guy.
Now,
Okay,
now,
sit
hold
down.
on, real quick. Mind you, O'Brien was like, "Okay, let's do it now." Mullen stood up.
Oh
and
yeah,
O'Brien quickly went, "Is this what we're really gonna do?"
yeah.
Yes, motherfucker. Yes.
You're
You
talking
don't be a
shit.
bitch.
Like, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Don't
Exactly.
be a bitch. You said it.
Hold on.
You said it. You acted like a tough motherfucker. You think you're fucking John Gotti. You said, "I'm gonna do this,"
Mhm.
and then he got up and you went, "Is this what we're really gonna do?" Yeah, motherfucker. This is what you're really gonna do.
I was
Hi.
hoping Mullen
have
would have
to
fucking
watch.
been like over the fucking.
You have to play it back and watch the lady behind Mullins. Watch her
Alright.
face. It's priceless. I love it. All right, right here. Okay.
You want to run your mouth? We can be two
The
consenting
lady to
adults.
the
We can
right.
finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your solution? Every
Hold it. No, sit down.
Yo, she just got
She was
moist.
kind of,
Did
she
you
was
see
kind
that
of
face?
excited. She was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
She licked her lips and then she went,
Yeah.
He got fucking. I'm surprised she hasn't slipped off her seat.
Oh, okay. Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I
Now,
respond?
Bernie.
Mr.
Hold
Chairman,
it. Hold it.
I am Grandpa Congress.
We can't. No,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. I wish
They
they
Now,
would have
took
played more of
took
like
some
the
months off of Barney's
afterward
life
because
on that one.
that shit was hilarious with Bernie and shit. Because Bernie, he was playing total like grandpa of the government right there. He just kept, no, you guys need to calm down.
You're an
are
American senator. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You're a senator. Yeah, but you know what else he is? A 5-0 undefeated MMA fucking champion.
Yeah,
okay. The man is undefeated.
Yeah.
And
if
that
you want to
dude,
talk shit to Mullins, you better know that he's going to come at you.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand the guy that he was talking to, O'Brien, is also a Teamster. So
Yeah,
my
but he
husband was
does-
like,
yeah.
you know, what they could have done is just like, you know, take him out back and they find him in the Schuylkill later.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think that no, that's a definite thing for later. But on the
Yeah.
initial, Mullins would have fucked his world up
well, that's
if they
Oh,
would have
man.
fought. Oh yeah,
But that's the thing. Like the guy ran his mouth, right?
Mhm.
Mullins said,
Oh,
"Let's
yeah.
do this one-on-one," but then he's gonna get other people to do his
Mhm.
fucking dirty work
Oh,
and
yeah.
and do something to Mullen, you know. And that's the thing. It's like, no, be a fucking man. Don't be a pussy. You're gonna run your mouth and on a keyboard and fucking stand your ground, bitch.
I
Don't be a
love
fucking.
that's so like they should.
Oh.
We're paying for this shit. All of us are gonna say, "Let them fight." I guarantee.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Guarantee. If you take a fucking poll on who wants to see them just go ahead and duke it out, it'd be anywhere of upwards to 70 to 80% of the American population be like, "Yes, let's see them dull it out. Let's see them do it."
He pulled the ultimate bitch move. Really? This is what we're gonna do? Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah,
You
Well,
ran your mouth.
that's why I was waiting
And
for
then when the-
Mullins to be like,
Yeah, right over.
Especially after his responses, where you would think he'd be like, "Oh man, I'm sorry," and he's like, "Yeah, let's fucking go."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
"Wait,
All right, I guess we're doing it.
Yeah, but that's what
Oh
you
my
know. That's what
God.
a lot of people who are in that kind of industry are they run their mouth, and then when they get held to accountability, they run away like a little bitch.
Well, because a lot of them, I mean,
Like a little bitch. He
but,
ran.
but
he
we
ran-
know, but we know what we can
Mhm.
chalk it up to is that a lot of them have never had that confrontation and dealt with it because they've never
Mhm.
actually been hit in the fucking mouth.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Listen, I
you
get
just
it. The
gotta get
Teamsters are
popped in the mouth.
are one of the biggest, toughest, like mobster fucking acting unions out there. But
Yeah.
don't sit there and go behind a keyboard, and then when he comes at you, just go, "Are we really gonna do this?" Yeah, you open your fucking mouth, dude. Be a man. Be a
Well,
fucking
and
man.
He stood up too, which I thought was funny. And the lady next to him, you could hear her being like, "Sit down."
Mhm. I know that lady behind Mullins was awesome. Her face is all like lit up. She's like, "Ooh,
Like I'm surprised she didn't slide off her fucking seat. She was like,
yeah." She's like, "It's about
So
time."
excited.
oh, yeah.
She started getting out her like little notebook and her pencil, like started taking bets and shit.
Right.
She's like, yeah. All right, I got two. Like,
And then before or after she pulled out her fucking lipstick to put, let's do this.
Mhm.
But like, I mean, listen, people. That's the problem. Is nobody gets hit in the face anymore. Like honestly, like
Oh, man.
do it. Fuck it. This is what we're getting. This is what we're paying for. By the way, I am 13 days out from my appointment for my taxes. They still haven't called me. I called my senator today. I've
Oh,
never
really?
done that before. Yep. I called my senator today.
Yeah,
and
like, hey,
I'm just-
asshole, look.
Well, listen, I went and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. And I went and I looked up who the senators were in Kansas. I emailed them. I got an email back telling me fill out this form. It was very simple. My name, my address, my social, like what, and then what happened, kind of a synopsis of it. And I fucking laid it out and I told them what happened. Sure as shit, like 20 minutes, not even 5 minutes later, I got an email. We just got your paperwork. Thank you very much. We'll submit it. An hour
Ooh.
later, we got, we have a case. And I go, yeah, I understand you. That's the problem.
It's been
It went to an
ongoing.
advocate. It's 2 years. It went to an advocate. I should have got it back in March. They told me it's been in my account, my quote unquote account since March. Like, why? And yeah, I know I have an advocate. And
Right.
now they're telling me since I have an advocate, the advocate's the only one that can release the money. why it even went
yeah.
to an advocate is beyond me.
Yeah.
And then I
what the
went,
fuck?
okay. And my appointment was November 3rd to get my money back. And I even said to him in my last email, I go, my apologies for being brazen, but you know, as an American taxpayer, I don't feel like we're listened to at all. Like we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have a voice. Nobody's listening to anything. We have to sit here and beg for our own money back. And I told him it's doing nothing but causing me undue burden because
Mhm.
you know this is my money
Right.
that I gave. And now all of a sudden I hear that there are people from separate states getting a letter of, I guess, a letter of demand from the state saying that they didn't pay enough in taxes. Too fucking bad.
Yeah, too fucking bad.
Bad. That's not my fault. That's
And
your
you-
fault.
Well, exactly. And you pricks are giving what to these illegals that are coming in? Suck a dick if you're trying
Yeah.
to tell us we got to give you more money.
Yeah. Like I can't, I don't fucking get it. Like I have to sit here and beg for my money. Meanwhile, they're just giving away money. Another $14.3 billion Israel. Another fucking, you know, it's like,
10 billion to Iran.
Yeah.
and then you want me to sit here and beg for my own money. And then, like I said,
Right.
people are getting, oh, we didn't take enough. Fuck you. Not my problem.
no,
you
yeah,
take
no,
money
no,
out of my
you took
check.
enough.
Yeah, you take money
Yeah.
out of my check, and it's my fault that you didn't take enough. No,
Right.
sorry. That's like going to McDonald's, and then they go, "Well, Big Mac and fry value meal is $6," and you go, "Okay," and then you get a fucking letter in the mail from McDonald's. We didn't charge you enough, so you owe us $4.57.
Yeah.
Fuck you. How about that?
It was actually 10:57. So you
Yeah.
owe us that later.
Yeah. How about no? How about you go fuck
Right.
yourself? Not my problem. You take out the money. You tell me this is how much. You go, okay, this is what we're taking out. Not my fault.
Well, and that was the
Don't
whole
come
thing
after
is
me
that,
later.
well, and like the whole thing with that consumption tax too, like that we were all thinking that was pretty good. I think later on when it came down to it, it was actually going to end up being like 35% or some shit. And it's like, no. How about no? the whole tax system needs to be fucking redone, but it's fucking bullshit that it's still taking that long for years. That's fucking ridiculous.
2 years, man. 2 years. And then not even, and then what really fucking what pissed me off was that they told me, oh, we can't release it now. It has to be the advocate that releases it.
And they won't even call you.
Yeah, that's
No,
bullshit.
and then the advocate, then
And
I,
do you
then
even
I,
know who the advocate is?
listen, I am this fucking close to putting her number online and just telling everybody to call her.
Is the first
I am
name
this
Devils?
Fucking close. Because you know what? She won't answer my phone calls. She won't return my phone calls. I was supposed to do it November 3rd. She was supposed to call me back November 3rd. I kind of explained to her my situation. And then, like I said, every time I call on her outgoing message, it says, allow me 4 weeks to get back to you. What's the
Jesus.
use of a fucking
What?
appointment? Yeah. What? Hold on. Here, I'll call her right now. I
I'll
will
call
call
this
her
bitch right
fucking
on
now.
air. Do it. I like it.
Make sure her name isn't on there.
Can't hear it really. There you go.
Wait, I'll call again. Hold on.
Hello, you have reached the voicemail of Mrs. Cartwright with the Taxpayer Active Service. Due to the unusual high demand right now, I am unable to answer every call. Please leave a message and I will return your call within 4 weeks of receiving your call. Thank you for your patience, and please know that I'm working to resolve your case as quickly as possible.
I mean, it's like
So
around
wait,
the
hold on,
same
hold on,
amount of
hold on,
time
hold
you
on.
get for cable companies, you know, like 1 hour to 4 weeks. What's up?
Right. First off, didn't the IRS hire like another 82,000
Yeah, or whatever.
agents?
I don't know if that
or
actually went through or
whatever?
not, but yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah.
Okay. Also, why is there a higher than normal volume of this shit happening to people?
You want me to answer that? Because in 2021, they didn't get enough revenue that they thought they did. They overshot by $638 billion that they did not get. Because guess what happens when people don't fucking work? Guess what happens when people just get checks
Right.
and nobody gets money? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. You go, and it's the deficit is the deficit. It contributes to the deficit. So when they don't make the money they're supposed to, they go, oh shit, We didn't make the money we're supposed to. And when people don't work and shit like that, you don't get money. Like, and all of a sudden, and now, and every time I call, they say allow 9 weeks, allow 9 weeks, allow 9. No, for what?
9
It's been
weeks.
It's been 2 fucking years. Like, well, how much longer? And every time I call, they say, I was told, like I said, I was told October 6th, then I was told December 14th, and now I'm being told 9 weeks from whenever I called last, the end of the beginning of November.
Right.
Like, what the like? Why? And then now I can't even. Now, the last time I called, the girl goes, "Yeah, it's been in your account since March. I don't understand why they haven't released it." And I go, "I don't either." She goes, "Well, and now we can't release it. It has to be the advocate that releases it." And I go,
I've never
why?
even heard of an advocate for anything.
Neither have I. But it's in there, and not only that, in the bylaws, in it says, there's a clause that says if it's causing you undue burdens, they are to release the check immediately.
Yeah, it is.
And
bitch.
I've
I
said
can't pay
this
my
to her
shit.
every time I've called and left a message. And when I spoke to her on November 1st or October 31st, whatever it was, I told her, I explained to her the situation. And she's like, "I'm sorry. I will call you back as soon as I can. I will call you back, try to call you back by November 3rd. It comes in whatever order I get it in. That's what it comes in." You're telling me that you've got a backlog of you made an appointment. First of all, those motherfuckers, they when I called in October 10th, I think it was, they told me they would get back to me in 48 to 72 hours. Nothing. When I called at the end of October, they told me that, "Oh, you've been assigned an advocate, and they should have called you, and I'll give you their name and number, and you can call them." What?
I want to know how many other people this is happening to.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Because
know
if
too.
something if shit like this is happening, that's leading more toward a change is going to be happening. If like you guys know what I'm saying, but it's the CBDC deal and other shit like that. I think that like if stuff like this is starting to happen, and depending on how many people it's happening to, that in my mind is leaning toward a change is coming.
You're telling me if my appointment was November 3rd, it is now coming up on almost 2 weeks, and I haven't gotten a call back. That's how backlogged they are. Just release fucking people's money.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Why do I have to go to an advocate after 2 years to get to plead my case for my money?
Because
that
like
you
look,
took?
and the reason why I say that is because I've heard of stuff like this happening more for like business owners and shit, but you didn't file business ownings, or this is just your taxes. This is just your shit. So
And
that's no reason. Like I've heard other ways that it's good, but I've never heard of advocate shit, nothing like that. So
And what they told me was because for some reason, somehow, they received two
yeah, you told me
1040
about
forms,
yeah.
okay, with my information, and so they had to check. You're telling me it took a year and a
Oh.
half to check. And then one girl explained it to me. She goes, "Yeah, the first person that was supposed to check it didn't get to it. So they had somebody else look at it, but they didn't get to it. So they had somebody else look at it, and they got to it. And then the person who was supposed to check with that person didn't get to it. So they had another person get check with them.
So we're
and then
paying
finally-
you to not do your jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
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 It's basically what it is. But once again, folks, the IRS is not a part of the fucking government. The IRS is a separate entity to the government. They should not exist.
No, they shouldn't.
You
Well,
know?
the Federal Reserve shouldn't be like that's
No.
neither federal nor government or reserve.
And these people are taking our money and doing whatever the fuck. This is what I mean. They don't care. And this is what I said to them. The American people don't feel like the government cares about them. And they don't.
Oh yeah.
They don't give a shit
Yeah.
about anybody. You know, no matter who they are. And I'm hoping this guy does. And if he does help, you know, I will gladly come on here and say that this person is a great candidate and great fucking senator, and he helped me out, and his team was great and
oh
helped
yeah,
me
for sure.
big
If he
time.
does, yeah, that would
Yeah.
be cool.
I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, they got back to me. They've sent me like we've been going back and forth all afternoon, and I appreciate the help that I'm getting. And if what's true, what they've told me is true, you know, I will fucking go to bat for this
Whenever
dude
you
and say
talk-
this dude is great.
Whenever you eventually talk to this advocate, always call her devil, just to be a dick. Like,
I'm just gonna say
I would.
Satan.
That's
I'm
just
gonna go,
me.
yes, Satan. Yes, Satan. Sorry. Yes, Satan. Yes.
Who you
I'm sorry,
talking?
Satan.
Who you talking to on the phone? Devil's advocate. So what's up?
Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. I'm gonna say that and while I'm talking, I'm gonna go. Oh,
Yeah.
so like what?
You should go
Look,
full
but don't
Pacino.
touch. Oh,
Go
I
full
should.
Pacino.
I should.
Go
Oh
full
yeah.
Pacino.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting my money back. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys took forever.
Oh. I'm gonna answer and do it like. Oh, I gotta bring my iPad for when she calls because I'm gonna
You
film
guys
it.
You guys took forever. If you're gonna fuck me like that, take me on a date first.
At least put lipstick on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Oh my God.
so it's maddening and you understand why. And I was listening to one of the Senate hearings today about Homeland Security. And once again, they went straight for, the biggest threat to Homeland Security is homegrown terrorism and January 6th and all this, and of course they went right to race. They went straight to race to just sow
White
that fucking division.
supremacy.
Yeah, the division between, the Buffalo shooter, went to a black neighborhood. Guys, I get it. I get there's shitty people in this country also. Let's stop the people from coming into this country that could possibly do something.
Right.
Because there was another thing. One of the guys asked, how come you caught 294 possible terrorists now in this administration, but in the previous administration, you only caught 11, and Ray had not a fucking word to, well, I don't know. I can't answer for that. Well, maybe because you're not doing your fucking job correctly. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing and not letting all these people in. And then they were just, they were sowing the division and everything like that. And they were, and I forget where I was going with this whole thing, but it's just, it's they're just trying to
You're going
divide everybody.
somewhere.
Nobody has an answer for anything. Nobody wants to fucking take
Oh,
accountability
dude,
for anything.
that's what pisses me off every time we watch these fuckers in these congressional hearings and shit like that. That they're always like, "I will be happy to get back to you on that answer," or blah blah blah. Bitch, none of you are
Right.
doing your fucking jobs. Every time you come here, you never have the fucking answer. And these people that are on, even the Democrats, whatever else, they have the answer for the numbers that you assholes
Yeah.
don't seem to. But I will say one thing: more of the people that lean right, I guess, or whatever, that are on these committees that come in or whatever, or agencies, like, at least they usually try to give the answer. I'm sorry, but every time we look at it or watch it, it's always like the liberal leaning style or Democrat ones that seem to protect them. Like, they just never have a
Yeah.
fucking answer ever. Like, ever.
Yeah. Well, I've said it how many times now? Like, they need to have like a bailiff or something. They have to have people, like a jail underneath Congress for people
Right.
who are like of contempt of Congress or perjure themselves while they're under oath and shit while they're doing those
Oh, I
hearings.
wish that they actually did it like on site. Like, no, you were
Yeah.
lying, or something like, nope.
Yeah,
Go-
like they pulled the video and they show them like, no.
That's what
But
you
even
get.
if-
2 days in fucking understairs Congress jail or whatever. Like,
Or
go.
it's like they pull out like their deposition that they've done before, and they're like, "Well, you said this here, and you're saying this now."
Yep.
Well, look at what
So
they did with
bye.
Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen came in and was like, I didn't lie this time. No, I lied this time. No, but I didn't lie this time, but I did lie this time.
Well,
but I
you-
didn't
and you know
when I
what-
was in front of Congress, but
All
and
this
what
shit
happened?
being-
Oh, yeah.
well, and also with all this shit being pushed, I just thought about it. All this shit being pushed. Guess who disappeared?
Anthony Fauci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad you thought of that, dude. That's exactly it. It's everything's being pushed, and guess who disappeared?
Yes.
Anthony fucking
Anthony
Fauci.
Fauci.
Nobody's talking about him.
But this past was it this week? I don't know. My days are all like fucked up.
2 weeks ago, I think I
it
know
was
what you're
on
gonna say.
Monday. I don't know. But Marjorie Taylor Greene had a committee to talk to Dr. Robert Malone and 2 other people about what happened during COVID
Okay.
stuff. Listening back to like all that stuff, it really started to piss me off again. They had an OBGYN on there, and she was talking about how in her practice alone, the number of miscarriages that happened after the injection and people like who've gotten injected, it like went up 100%.
I think I heard something about that,
Yeah, it was yeah.
which is not surprising. It's sad, but
It is sad.
about
You
their
know?
vax status as more men see them as an I mean, which is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
But-
that's true, but you know, there was one.
No,
of the,
I
there
wouldn't
was
be
a little meme.
I mean, these
But I've
days I
heard
wouldn't be surprised if it was true. Like if it's starting to happen kind of like that. I mean, we're gonna see how results play out in a few years or so if there's like a high percentage of people that can't give birth anymore or something, like, or men that are sterile now or whatever else. We'll see how some of that plays out. But with the way things are going, and I don't even know if that is totally true with all of that. Because we
Yeah.
do know myocarditis and stuff like that is true. Okay, that's already
Yeah.
been pretty well proven. That other part, don't know yet.
Yeah, I would highly suggest that everyone goes and listens to that hearing that they had. The sad part about it is that there are studies coming out now saying that stuff like this is true,
Mhm.
and there have evidence to back it up. But there was only 10 people out of all of Congress, House and Senate,
Mhm.
that decided to participate in this.
Oh, okay.
And because what it was, Senator Ron Johnson, he had a kind of like a conference or like committee last year
Mhm.
about all of this, and it was a big one and stuff. And now this year there's only like 10 people from House and Senate to come and like ask questions, and like Marjorie Taylor
It's-
Greene was there, Thomas Massey was there, Andy Biggs was there, Matt
Right.
Gaetz was there, Senator Ron Johnson was there.
It's
There was
kinda
another
sad that
dude
it was
who was
only
like, I
10.
fucking hate the government sucks. And I was like, you are the government and you say you suck. I love you. Who
Right, I
are
love you. Yeah, but that's like why I like Thomas Massey and shit, because they're actually in government trying to limit government's power. They understand what their job
Right.
is. But
Right.
no, yeah, exactly. And it's pretty fucking sad that it was only 10. That's fucking terrible. Like, you
Out of
motherfuckers need to be in the
400
know.
people or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I remember what I was
God.
gonna what I was getting to with the homegrown terrorists. They were talking about cybersecurity and all the same thing with Nikki Haley, and talking about how you know the internet is now the way that people get home, you know, that we get the homegrown terrorists, and they want to limit they're going to want to limit the internet. And I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
everybody's going to be like, oh, it's not. They want to limit what you do on the internet and what you say on the internet, and we're seeing that now. We're seeing that with
they're gonna
TikTok. We're
wanna
seeing that with
scan,
YouTube.
like your ID. Like what? There was one platform, I think it was Getter, and that's why like people stop using it. Is to be verified on some of these platforms before. Like I think it was Getter. They wanted you to take a picture of your ID
Yeah.
to be verified online. So who's not to say that the next thing it's going to be an iris scan? Because we talked about Sam Altman and WorldCoin and them doing the fucking iris scans for people to be
Mhm.
able to get on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
And then-
our government would love that.
And then
Yeah.
but then they started bringing up the 230, and it was like, no, you fucking dum-dums. Do you not understand it's not the same thing? What the Republicans wanted to do with Twitter and all that, they wanted to stop people from being banned from saying things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
What they want to do right now is they want to get to you. If you say something bad, they want to come for you. There's a difference.
Right.
One
Yep.
wants you to say whatever the fuck you want, and you know, and for platforms to stop doing these algorithms where they formulate your opinion for you. Okay, that's
Right.
what they wanted, and they want to be okay, fine. If you want to put an algorithm there to show people what to think and what to say, fine, then we're going to hold you accountable for this. So that's what that was. This is they want you to give your information so that way if you say this what Sarah Field said and had, you know, and put out an article, or we have a podcast and you say something, they want to come after you and go, we have to talk about we want to talk about what you said on your podcast. Go fuck
Yeah, it's
yourself.
like what they did with Owen Schroyer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They used what he said on his show to get him to go to prison for 60 days.
Well, they're doing what they
It's-
did to Tim Pool with the guy with the that was another thing. Did you hear about
Yeah.
the Nancy Pelosi guy?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. What the fuck is his
DePappas
name?
or whatever his name
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, he
He's
what, he
saying
testify or whatever.
Oh, yes, because he was saying that he got into all these like conspiracy things or whatever.
Yeah,
oh,
listen
because
was
to
it
Glenn
Tim
Beck.
Pool. Tim Pool, James Lindsay, Glenn Beck. Fucking
Gamergate. Something that was happened 10 years ago. He's
Yeah.
all of a
I
sudden
don't
like,
know. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and they're
okay,
trying to get
so
him.
this is- No, it's actually really interesting too because there's actually you see it happening. There are all these like little narratives going on, and they're trying to push it in a culture of trying
Mhm.
to get like a double stigmatization on what a conspiracy theorist is. It's happening. Like it's going to be like you're going to be the scourge of the earth. I know it's coming because so now HBO has a limited docuseries about this person who called herself Mother God. And I don't know, it's called like the life of and death of Mother God.
Mother
But it's
God.
like this cult, like Mother again.
Mother of
But
God.
it literally is this cult out in Colorado. And their tagline was like, love has won or something like that. And they used, it was like this hippie dippy group of people who are like, yeah, the government sucks, blah, 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 use colloidal silver. We love Donald Trump. That was the one thing I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was like this hippie cult. And so now that they're talking about like the banking system, how the Federal Reserve was awful, and they're like, and these crazy conspiracy theorists, and she called herself Mother God, blah blah blah. And then there's only one episode is out, it's just so far, but it's just like, okay, I see.
That's funny.
I see. I was like, and I thought to myself, I was like, well, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Listen,
So
Which that colloidal silver stuff, that's actually really fucking good.
that
right
is
here.
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I
I'm-
have in my toothpaste and my mouthwash, man. I
Hell
use
yeah.
that every day.
Good thing you finished it. I thought you said that's what I have in my mouth, man.
Like right now.
Right now.
But yeah,
Dipping
listen,
it in.
My feelings.
I think this is why these women are trying to find men who are unvaccinated, because I think this is what happens to you as a man as you get vaccinated.
Oh no.
Who is that?
That's a man. That's what that is.
Finkel Einhorn.
The crying game.
Get off my dick, buddy.
There's only one person clapping. Okay.
Are they going to a funeral?
Are they in church? What?
What? Holy shit. That just took a whole other turn. That is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Straight catwalk down to the casket. Now we need to change the episode name, Catwalk to the Casket. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God. I'm not going to be hypercritical on this one. What if the person who passed was actually a drag queen and they're like celebration of life? Let's do this to say goodbye.
I do that. Then I dig it.
And yes,
even
that's very true.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And I still dig it if that's the sense though, but I'm gonna laugh my ass off. That is hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah. I was like, why
I don't know if it says it says it's
Like,
by
I
a
would
muse
love,
who's a
at
great
my
Twitter
funeral, I
account.
would love to get like 6 dudes who actually do the dance.
Yeah, that
Fucking the
do
dance
do do
of my-
do 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 do. But it says equity. Watch until the end from Amuse. Amuse is a great fucking Twitter account, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
But I saw that and I was just like, I was watching, I was like, that's a dude. That's a fucking casket. What the fuck? I was like, holy shit.
That's
But that's what happens, I guess, when you get vaccinated.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was good.
Yeah,
I
I was not expecting that at all.
But yeah, I just, they don't give a shit about us is basically I think what we're saying. They want in on every aspect of your life. They want in and they want to take it. But another thing is like, colleges are expensive, right?
Yes.
And everybody talks about how, college should be free and all this stuff and all this and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is how you fire a football coach, but this is also how you go, what the fuck? How much money does this school have?
Texas A&M unlocked a new way to fire their football coach this weekend, and I have nothing but respect for this. So today, Texas A&M fired their head coach, Jimbo Fisher. In order to buy out his contract, they had to pay him $75 million. $75 million.
Damn.
Wait, hold on.
Football.
Jimbo Fisher. Where else did he play for? Or coach for?
The Texas Augies?
Why does his name sound so familiar?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Texas A&M is where it is. I think it sounds like I think maybe he was in Louisiana at one point. Maybe I want to say
Lou Taylor. He has connections to Lou Taylor and the conservatorship of Britney Spears. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's part of TriStar Entertainment, or yeah, TriStar.
Oh,
holy shit!
Yes. His name's.
There you are.
Yes.
Wow. So he's part of that.
Yes.
So Texas A&M is now funding Britney Spears' conservatorship. You heard it here,
crazy.
folks.
I
You
think
heard it.
that's exactly what it was from. It was you said Louisiana, and I was like, oh, I was just listening to the lawyer chick who you're like, I don't like her. She found his connection to Lou Taylor and TriStar Entertainment.
Was that at the beginning? Because I think I kind of remember that.
I think no, I think it was from a video that she did last week.
Oh, okay.
Or something.
But yeah, so
Sorry,
75 million.
tangent.
Listen, no, because now I want to continue. I want to listen to the whole book, because it's very interesting.
Yep.
It's very interesting because
conservatorship stuff.
her dad comes from a long line of abusers, and just that whole family is just abuse after abuse after abuse. Like it's fucked up. It starts out fucked up, but I think she's right. I think it's not Britney's writing. I think it's her journals that they got, and they made a book out of her journals. It's fucking interesting. It's really interesting.
Shit.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So
dollars to not. Now, this is common in college athletics. When you have to fire a coach, typically you have to buy out his contract. Most athletic departments don't have a lot of extra money to fire a coach for money. So where do they get the money to fire the coach? They're donors. And last night, the 12th Man Foundation donors, who are essentially the boosters of Texas A&M, presented the Texas A&M athletic department with a check for $160+ million. This was
$160,470,000 the boosters gave to the athletic department.
Who the fuck are these people?
It's the boosters, those billionaires and everything like that donate to the schools, because you're not allowed to, if you're Aunt Becky, you can't, give the school a couple $1,000s and say, accept my child. But these motherfuckers, well, we used to go there. So here's a check
the
for
Michael
100.
Orr thing in perspective too, huh?
Yeah.
Because they were boosters. The Tuohys were boosters to Ole Miss.
Yeah. $160 million they gave the athletic department. And you want to tell me that these fucking colleges are broke?
Right.
You want to tell me these colleges they they can't afford for a kid to go to college for fucking a couple grand. They have to charge $75,000 a semester
Right. For a fucking English degree.
for a fucking basket weaving degree.
Water basket weaving. Yeah.
It was during halftime of Jimbo Fisher's last game. At this point, he did not know he was going to be fired. We also now know that Texas A&M made this decision during the week and that they were preparing to fire Jimbo Fisher on Sunday no matter what. They won the game 51.
In a fucking week.
Why?
They rounded up $160 million to fire this dude.
Well, my question is, why did they want to fire him?
Yeah,
Are they like, is Texas A&M really sucking?
he was.
Like,
Yeah,
what's the backstory?
He's like 500% or something like that. He's like, he's not a great coach. They paid him 60, 75. You know, to be honest with you, that's what I hear. But now that you got me thinking, I'm going conspiracy on this. I'm going fucking conspiracy on this because $75 million. I don't know how long
Get
his
him out.
contract was.
I'm wondering what happened if, okay, stay with me here.
Staying.
What if now with all the Britney Spears shit that's coming out, they know that guy's connection to all of it. And they're like, we need to just wash our hands of this and like just not.
Just in case something comes out about him or whatever.
Yes, because what happens if like a lot of shit is about to go down? Because even though Britney Spears is out of the actual like conservatorship, there's still negotiations and stuff going on about her money. And there's a lot of people thinking that a lot of people had their little hands in the pie and stealing money from her.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's a pretty good angle, to be honest. If you're that college, you're going to be like, you know what? Just fucking pay this guy and get him the fuck out of here.
But yeah, they raised, so I'm not going to finish the rest of it, but basically they gave them the money to get rid of him and hire a new coach. You know, another, they get 75, another $60 million for a new coach.
Yeah. Just to fucking at least start him off.
I seriously want to look into this now because this is kind of crazy. Like, I've never heard of anything like that. They only
I've heard of coaches getting
a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard of coaches getting paid off, but $75 million to a college coach.
How much was his contract?
Right.
And
how much
for
was
how
his contract?
long?
How much longer? Yeah, I'm sure if he was only 500 and he had like 2 years left in his contract, just let him play. Just let him keep coaching.
I
There
think
has
he
to
was
be
only.
something else.
I think he was the only coach for 2 or 3 years because I think it was. It wasn't. It was like 26 and 27 or something like that. It wasn't. It wasn't a lot of games.
Mhm.
But to get rid of him as quickly as they did,
There's
I'm
something
thinking
shady about that.
there's something going on
It's real shady.
because I mean
Let's
they
get our tinfoil hats on, boys.
Mhm.
Listen, how many times have we been right with the shit though? But that's the thing. Like we're batting 75%. We're batting 750, guys. To be honest with you, a lot of the shit that we've said in the last year and a half has.
Let's see, and
been
like something
true.
like this, something like that too. Like now that you mentioned that, I would like to see like what Dan Holloway and shit would say from Drinking Bros because they're heavily into the sports world, and depending on his contract left, and yeah, that amount of money paid, I wonder what they would think too. If it's just they just wanted to do it just to like start getting a winning career, or if he only had a couple years left, and this shit is coming about Britney Spears possibly, and they're just like, yeah, get the fuck
Well,
out.
now I also want to know their boosters and who's the one who gives the most.
Right.
And especially in this last cycle, like who gave them
There's no way he's got
the
2
money?
years left at 75 million for
Yeah.
college. He's got to have at least 10 years left on it.
I would
That's
think.
like, that's like
$7 million a
MLB
year.
baseball like contract status. Like
Yeah, oh,
that's
yeah.
a fuck
For a
ton of
head
money.
college coach, you're talking about that dude had to have at least 10
He's
years
got to
left,
have a bunch of
$7.5
years
million
left.
a year.
Yeah, he's got to have a bunch of years left. That's
That's
10 years. If he's making seven, let's say that he's making $7 million a year.
Yeah.
He's got like
And-
what 10 and some change years
Yeah,
left. on his
11
contract.
years left on his contract, and
Yeah, they're
he's
like,
probably
"Nah,
had
you can
3
go
or
ahead and
4
go
years
now."
in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something fucking really weird. I'm thank God I saved that, and I brought that out because it makes a lot of sense, especially with this shit with Britney Spears that's coming out now,
Mhm.
dude. That family, these families are just fucked up.
Yeah,
Her
absolutely.
grandma was on lithium. They committed her grandmother. She was on lithium, and then Brittany was on lithium too. And like there's a
That
lot
shit
of
fucks with you, man.
weird
I had a second cousin who was on lithium because they thought he was schizophrenic. Fucking killed him.
And the thing
Damn.
is, like, the one thing, you know, like, listen, I'm gonna listen to her because she's entertaining and whatnot. But like, she's reading the book, like, oh, you know, Brittany's grandpa would make her dad, you know, after practice shoot another 100 shots. It's like, yeah, that's what they used to do. You used to have to, after practice, go and do more to be
Haven't you
a
watched the
better athlete.
beginning of Space Jam about
Right?
Michael
Yeah.
shooting
not
a
watched-
shot?
Yeah, you remember the Titans where they were just running around in the forest for hours and hours on end? Like in order to become a premier athlete, you have to go above and beyond. You're not just gonna go and do practice and then just become, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a superior. No, like but she makes it out to be like this big, like, what a horrible dad he was. He made him do more, and like that's what they used to do. That's what people do. You don't just do practice. When all these athletes, their parents take them out to the field off season. Why do you think they have off season practices, off season training, and all this stuff to become a premier athlete? And I know her dad was that good of a basketball player, though. But like, yeah, like, these people are like, oh, they made him do extra stuff. Yeah, that's how you become an elite athlete. You know, but yeah, it's very interesting. And like I said, she's right. It does sound like they found a bunch of her journals and they're putting it together as a book, and she's reading that, and it's interesting, man. It is. And you know,
Yeah.
but to hear it from like a millennial and the way she tells it, like she can't believe this stuff. Yeah, back in when Britney Spears' grandparents were like younger, they didn't give a shit what women wanted. They didn't give a shit what women said. Nothing. Like it was a different time.
If a woman was complaining, they called her hysterical, and the treatment was putting her in a dark room all day.
Repeal the 19th Amendment.
But it was like, yeah,
Just joking.
This is what happens, and this is why these people who are 80 and 90 years old need to come out of Congress, because they were in Congress when it was
Congress
bad
was
shit.
made.
Yeah, basically. There was a lot of bad shit happening, so you know you kind of need new fresh blood. But
Yeah.
but some of the fresh blood right now are just fucking. They're just babies.
Well, they're babies and they're very foolish and naive and very big minded dream wise and shit. But a lot of the young blood in our political system is kind of stupid.
It's the macro micro thinking. It's just like, because like when you get older, you can see the effects of your decisions, not just around you, but how it affects everyone around you.
Yep.
Because, you know, but I don't know why it is that like, I mean, it just could be my bias or what have you, is that like, it feels like those who stay in the right or in the left leaning thinking never get out of that micro way of thinking. Because I talk to people who are older, like way older, like in their 60s, almost 70s, who have been lifelong Democrats and stuff like that. And every time I talk, I'm like, I'm not talking about you. You need to look more outside of yourself. Like, what's going on out? Like, it's not just how it affects you. How does it affect everyone? And I have to continually tell them that. I'm like, it's not all about you. Like, think about how it'll like do everybody.
Oh yeah,
how
exactly.
It'll affect everybody.
Well, and that's the main thing. Like whenever it comes to any argument, like against that side, or like, well, why do you care? How's it affecting you? But it doesn't matter if it's not affecting me right now, motherfucker. It's the fact that it's happening in other areas and it can fucking spread.
And that's I feel like that's like the little bit of the selfish part of it.
Yeah.
It's like and also this kind of like fake empathy.
Well,
It's like empathy for clout.
Yeah.
You know?
Psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception of reality, or
Mhm.
memories, and typically leads to confusion, loss of confidence and self-esteem, uncertainty of one's emotional or mental stability, and the dependency on the perpetrator.
Yeah, and
Based-
what's funny is that gaslighting goes right into demoralization.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But it's
Well, because that's what's going, and you can tell that's what's going on. Like gaslighting is what's going on with like the media
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
like the you know, all these big industries and stuff. Like when I just think about COVID. When we went through COVID, that was like huge gaslighting. You're like, wait, hold on, but yesterday you told me this, but today you're telling me that, but and saying that what you told me yesterday, you didn't say it. Like, what's going on here?
husbands would turn the gaslight down on the stove, and then when the wife complained, he would tell her nothing is wrong.
When she passed out, I'd be like, I didn't do nothing.
Smell that? I don't smell anything. What are you talking about?
Right?
Not anything. Just
But-
put your head further in the oven, dear.
Yeah.
Are you sure the brownies aren't in the back? And then have her hospitalized, stating mental. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what
Yeah.
happened with Britney Spears' grandma. You know, that's what kind of happened
Well,
to her.
because like the husband, like they took husband's word was gospel.
Mhm.
But it's
You know.
these people in Congress, and when I talk about like the you know, the younger generation, but they're gaslighting cunts themselves. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we all know that, you know, Joe Biden is taking money from other countries. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you. Joe Biden is taking money from other countries.
Absolutely.
There's evidence and proof. Okay. But
Yeah.
you have people like this little shithead and his little fucking fuck buddy, Goldman, right? Or he now wants to question Comer and his dealings with giving money to his brother. Listen to this little fucking shithead.
I think you owe it to the American people to explain why you've gone on Fox News and told people that while the president was out of office, he had a loan with his brother, and in a way they were evading taxes. It has come out in the public that you also do business with your brother with potential loans. And so since you have framed that and manipulated that with the American people, that Joe Biden did something wrong when he wasn't in office, I just would like to know if you would like to use some of my time.
I would love it.
Okay.
Fucking
You
Moskowitz.
retweeted that story. Completely false. I've never loaned my brother one penny. My father, who was a dentist, had some farmland. He died, and my brother couldn't afford. He wanted to sell it, but he wanted to keep it in the family. So I bought it from my brother. That story that you tweeted also said I had a shell company. That is bullshit. You can come to Monroe County and look at all the land that is titled in that LLC.
And now watch what they do. And I fucking hate when both sides do this. When they're making their point, watch what this little fucking scumbag does.
I think that the problem is, you know, the White House tried to get CNN to write that story. Went around and investigated all this bullshit that Ian Sims is trying to tell people that only dumb, financially illiterate people pick up on.
As in motherfuckers.
He goes to call him a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, he goes dumb. Dumb motherfuckers.
He wanted to call him dumb.
He was so right there. Just
It was a shell company.
You can tell he's like super
Because it was an
pissed.
LLC. You're so financially illiterate that you think because something says LLC, it's a shell company. This company, which I financially disclose, has properties. Okay. It manages over 1,000 acres of land for hunting purposes. It owns different properties. I'm one of the largest landowners in my home area. Okay. I went to the bank and I borrowed money and I bought that land. I didn't get wires from Romania, China. My family doesn't get wires. Okay. never loaned my brother money, don't have an LLC. But you and Goldman, who is Mr. Trust Fund, continue to try to
reclaiming my
discredit-
time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can
You
stop
gave him the
clock.
time. You gave him the time, and now all of a sudden, well, don't talk about my boyfriend, Daniel Goldman, like
Yeah,
that.
exactly,
I'm
yeah.
reclaiming my time. Don't talk about my boyfriend like that. Honey, I got your back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Kissy. I fucking hate Daniel Goldman. Daniel Goldman is a trust fund cunt. Take that, Daniel Goldman. Fuck you.
You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff. Now, listen,
Mr. Chairman, you
No, no,
have.
I'm gonna
you-
tell you
no, no,
something.
hold on. If we're not on
continue to
time, we
spew
can just-
disinformation.
You have gone on TV and said the president did something illegal. You're doing stuff with your brother. The
investigation
American
of
people have the
public
same questions.
corruption
Why
that
should
this
they believe
committee is
you?
doing.
Why
You're
should they
welcome to
believe you?
investigate
Why should they
anything
believe you?
you
There's
wanna
a
do.
different rule for the
You
president.
can
There's a different rule for you.
investigate
Why
anything
should they believe what you're saying, Mr. Chairman? Why? You go on Fox News and say loans
You
and
go on
deals
Fox
are a way to
News
evade taxes. We don't know that's what you're doing or not. We don't know. We have.
He just laid
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
fucking.
he's
Yeah.
so stupid.
He just laid it
And
out for
also,
him.
he just laid it out, and you can look up all of those records literally.
Has
That's
this
how
guy
you
ever
know,
taken
you
out a
little
loan
fucking
before?
Smurf.
No,
Like,
he's a trust
if you
fund
take
cunt.
out a loan from a bank, they have a record from it. If
exactly,
you get a
yeah.
loan from another country, that's a completely different
Yeah,
thing.
you can't just look that up. You can
Oh,
look up all the
jeez
shit that
Louise.
motherfucker was just saying. Bickering. That's why I'm waiting for Political Fight Club. I want to see
I'm
somebody
waiting
fucking
for
throw a punch.
Comer to be like, "You want to do this now?
Yeah.
All right, let's go."
Sup, motherfucker?
But he listened to not a word. Then he reclaimed his time and then went, well, you weren't on Fox News and you're dude, he just fucking told you everything you can do. Everything is laid out. The president's shit isn't laid out. Nobody fucking knows anything about it. He had multiple bank accounts with his son. There's proof that he was wiring his son money into an account he shared with his father. The now president, the then vice president, they shared a bank account. Which is not ethically, it's not. You're not supposed to do that. But Trump and this, and Trump and that, and Trump and this, and no,
right?
No idea. We're supposed to take your word for it. But when the president
Well, you've
says
already
something,
been
he's not
proven a
telling the
liar,
truth.
Mr. Moskowitz.
What's that?
You've already been proven a liar.
Who's proven me a liar? You?
Yes.
Your word means
Well,
nothing,
come
Mr.
on,
Chairman.
go to my hometown.
Lance
There's a
Armstrong,
camera
Livestrong
crew there
dance
today
shit?
in opposition.
hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember when you used to wear? Look at all of the little wristbands.
I know all those
like the-
bracelets.
I
I was
don't
like,
know what you.
Remember
I
when
don't
you
know
used
what you're talking about.
Your
Don't
yellow
know.
Live Strong.
No,
couldn't all
no,
start it.
I don't know what you were
Oh, I
talking
see.
about at all. I have no idea what you're
Took me
talking
a second to
about.
get it.
Position research crew there today. trying to
Mr.
give
Chairman,
a-
this seems to
You're
have
more
gotten
than
under your.
welcome.
This seems to have gotten under your skin.
I'll
I
pay
mean,
for your ticket.
I think the American people have lots of questions, Mr. Chairman, and perhaps you should sit maybe for a deposition.
I
and
would.
we can
I
ask
will
those
be
questions.
happy. I will sit with Hunter Biden and Jim Biden, and we can go over our LLC.
That'll be great. I'll make sure the
Okay,
ranking
let's
member
do that.
is happy
Let's
that,
do that.
you'll
We'll
sit
be
at,
transparent.
sit at a table.
Oh, Comer would come to the table, and then bitches will never be in court trying to fucking talk about their shit. Get fucked, you little. I'll go with the Smurf comment. Get fucked, you little Smurf, you fucking dipshit.
I'll make sure it's there. I'll make sure you get that inquiry. Shut the fuck up.
You ain't gonna make sure of shit, you fucking dipshit.
But you.
Yeah.
But.
I've been loving hearing government officials cuss lately. It's great. Oh, like Comer was like,
Ever
it's bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I want to
Well,
show
you know
one.
what? Ever since the Senate let Fetterman just wear the bullshit he's wearing, everyone's just like, you know what? There's no
You know-
decorum anymore.
yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
This
I'm
is
gonna
the new
cuss. Let's
decorum.
fight.
This
Let's
is
fight.
Thunderdome, bitches.
Yes.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Listen, I will gladly pay for this.
Next Mullins comes out, he's got a belt walking up and he sits it right in front of him before he starts asking people fucking questions. He's
That
like,
would be
"Let's get
awesome.
it. Let's
Bro,
go."
I want to make a
Now you
Senate
see.
championship, a world Senate championship
Mullins
belt,
walks
and I
in
want
like-
to send it to one of them. You just all of a sudden you hear dun 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 dun. As
Like
they
they're
all
fuck- Then that would be great if it would like with that Shane Gillis saying that all of a sudden Trump comes in, he's like, "You're all gay." Fuck you.
All of a sudden, Jerry Nadler comes out and his music is like, "Burdum,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to show this because I think this is hilarious.
Oh.
I mean, I get it. There's a lot more of these, but I mean, why? What? Why can't we just leave Santa Claus as regular Santa Claus? Why?
Make sure it was made
Why-
in Taiwan.
Why do we need this Santa Claus?
It's like something Elijah Schaefer would have on his show when Savannah Hernandez was working with him, and they had that wall of like all the different types of dolls, like the wheelchair Barbie and like different things like that. I don't know.
Paraplegic Black Santa.
Inclusivity.
Why did they make him orange?
Yeah. Why is he?
And why is it only $2.10 on sale?
It's an ornament.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
made
get
out
good
of
ratings.
felt.
It doesn't get good ratings either. It's like 3.4 stars. Fuck that thing.
Come on, go down. There's another picture. I want to see
Oh
it.
no, it was just
oh.
Tim Pool with it.
Oh Jesus!
What the
This little bit. The doll looks like it's about to lecture me on my carbon footprint. This fucking mean ass fucking Cro
What's her name?
Magnon
Debbie
crowd.
Downer?
No, Greta Thunberg.
Debbie Downsy? Oh my god. What the fuck is That's so fucking I love the comments.
Another wheelchair Santa. Hey, look.
White,
you guys are
white
looking at
Santa
each
in a
other.
wheelchair also
Hey, man.
available.
Hey, man. Oh, there you go. Timmy.
Holy shit. Groomers.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, they have at Target now. I was looking at for
Yeah, I'm trying
had
to
a
see
gift
the
card.
picture of it.
and
They-
I
they
got
have-
like pajamas for my son, and they have pajamas now for kids. It's like white Santa and black Santa,
Oh, geez.
and it's just
One
like,
gives you a
okay.
bike, one takes away your bike.
Oh,
Then you have Mexican Santa. That's the one that shovels your
Fixes your
driveway.
bike.
Yeah, fixes your bike. Fixes your bike
oh
too.
my god.
Oh.
Forget
Oh,
it. We're just gonna Krampus. Gonna have Krampus.
Right.
Dude, that was actually
Fuck
a
them
good
kids.
movie.
Krampus.
It was actually a good movie.
The movie
But,
was wild.
Oh, you know what movie I want to see, and I didn't watch it last year. I want to see what is it? Violet Night.
I never heard of that.
Oh, it's the guy from Stranger Things. The guy
Dave-
that plays the police officer
Yeah,
in Stranger
David,
Things.
David Horner, or something like
okay.
that.
He's a good actor.
He's a great.
He's
actor.
a good actor. His mouth sucks though,
Yeah.
in the sense of like how what he talks about. I'm just like, oh my god, shut up.
He does got kind of a weird way of talking. I know what you're saying.
No, but he's
Just
super
this
lib, super
liberal,
duper.
yeah.
Oh, no,
lib,
yeah,
and
he
you're
is.
just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, shut up.
No, there's well, it does. I thought you were talking like the way he does stuff because there's like some actors that I do like.
yeah,
That the way they say certain things or the way they talk, it's like you're weird. What are you doing?
yeah.
I
But
wanted.
it's an action Christmas movie. Yeah. All right. So Amanda says she loved it. I really want to see it. I wanted to see it last year and I didn't see it.
Dude, let me
So,
tell you,
That'll be good.
she is amazing with movies. Amazing. So we watched. I told you guys in a little bit. I just want to go on a little bit of a tangent. We watched that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
I still
when
need
I
to see
tell
that.
you, it is the worst horror movie, and me and her laughed through the entire
Mm-hmm.
fucking movie. It was not supposed to be funny. There's blood and gore and tits, and I'm talking about like
Oh, dude.
at one point
like,
they take a machete and they shove it through this girl's head, through her mouth, and put her on a post, and she's hanging from the post. And
who's they? I wouldn't know
Winnie
who
the Pooh?
they is.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Okay.
And there's
getting
a-
that
So
honey.
was it Piglet that's like
Piglet. Yep, it's Winnie and Piglet. It's Winnie and Piglet. And there's one part where Piglet's chasing this girl in a pool, and the girl forgets how to walk and swim, and she's just doing this. Like, I swear to you, in a 3-foot fucking pool, she's doing this, and she can't get away from Piglet, and Piglet's just slowly walking towards her. Which through the movie, Piglet has a limp for the beginning of the movie, and then I think they switched actors because they couldn't afford the other actor, and the other actors stopped limping. And
So you went
midway through the
Kaiser.
movie.
You went Kaiser Soze.
Mhm. So he's like carrying his foot. He starts swinging this sledgehammer, right? And he's just swinging it, just doing this with it. And he's walking through the pool. Somehow she's almost halfway through the pool when he gets in the pool. She doesn't make it to the other side in time. And he just swings the mallet and fucking knocks her head in. And I'm like, and we're just like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
I have a
Are
question.
you-
How tall is Piglet in this movie?
Oh, Piglet's probably about like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, it's a
Oh,
big
like-
piglet.
It's a
Yeah,
big
they're
Piglet.
human. So they become half human, half animal. So they're humans.
Human
and I'm
Pooh
tell-
Bear chimeras. I
So,
love
so
it.
like the island of Dr. Moreau took over
Yes.
Piglet and
Yes.
Pooh.
And at one point, Pooh is eating honey, and you can see the plastic from his face and his hands, and he's just doing this, and you see it. He can't get it in his mouth, so you see it just rub on the plastic, and he's just doing this.
It's like that cheap of effects where they didn't
Bro.
even like try to make it good. It's just
Yes, yes, it is amazingly
I actually
bad.
appreciate that. That's kind of
It
cool.
is
That's funny.
amazingly bad. And the girl gets a gun out of the dude. I swear to you, we were laughing the whole. This was one of the biggest laughs she had. The gun is disappeared,
She had it and then it's gone.
close to 6 foot at times. She had it, and then we're watching it, and then Amanda goes, "Where's the gun? Because she puts it down, and then the gun is no longer there. She no longer has the gun on her." And I go, "Guarantee you, in the next 2 scenes, the gun comes back. I fucking swear to you, not literally 2 scenes later, this lady grabs the gun from the floor and just starts shooting, and just shoots it into the air to get Piglet to come to her." And I'm like, I fucking called it 2 fucking scenes later, and Amanda's just doubled over laughing. I'm
Well,
like,
it's good. It's good to know that other people laugh at horror movies like I do, because I did freak out my ex when we were watching that Evil Dead Rise, the last one that came out with the lady that was the main character, and I'm laughing through it, and she looked at me like, I don't know, there might be something wrong with this guy.
yeah, it was one shot. She took one shot to call Piglet. But yeah, she didn't pick the gun back up, and then they weren't even where she put the gun down, and then the lady. So the lady's tied up with chains on her hands and a rope around her neck. I swear to you, they blew the neck thing, the rope around her neck. They went like that, and all the chains just fell off, and the rope just miraculously came off her neck. Bro, I'm telling you, if you want to have a good laugh at a horror movie, watch this thing.
Oh, I
It
will.
is amazing. Yeah, it was a loaded revolver with one shot, and she had one shot because then she went to shoot Pooh. She went to go shoot Piglet, and it was no other bullet.
I need. I've heard a few people talk about that. Did you hear? Not too long ago, some teacher put that on in like was it a first or a second grade class? It was something like that.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They put that on, and like the kids were like, "You think we could turn this off?" And I think the teacher just kept it going for a little,
Oh my god.
little fucked
you-
up, but pretty funny.
You see one pair of tits in the movie, and literally Pooh rips her shirt off and then takes her head and slams it into the corner of this metal fucking piece, and he just keeps just ramming her head into it. He must have fucking ran like 15 times. Then he takes her and he just puts her in a wood chipper. You
Jesus.
just see her legs just start doing this. It
So
is
Piglet does not
amazing.
appreciate boobies. That's what I learned from that.
No, well, Pooh doesn't appreciate boobies.
Oh, Pooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's,
dude,
it's
is.
called a gratuitous tit shot.
Yeah.
Gratuitous tit shots.
Oh, dude, I could talk about this movie all episode. It was so amazingly
It looks like that.
bad.
Looks like that's what I need to look up next. I'm in a Telegram group, but I've been in it for a few years. But that's all it is like movies. That's all they fucking put in there, and like now it's closed or whatever because they've had copyright issues and shit. But I'll look for it in there. But dude, they've had some good shit. I watched that Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With my kids a couple of weekends ago when they came by. It was a good movie. It was actually pretty cool.
It wasn't really scary.
Nah, it has a couple of parts where it gets a little like for little kids are like, oh, whoa. Like it gets a little wild, kind of a little bit for them, but for me it was just funny stuff. It was
Okay, because my son, he was like, because that's what on Roblox or something.
Mhm.
But like, yeah. So he's like, oh, I want to watch it. And I was like,
How old is he?
think 7.
You might be able to get with it. Bree watched it, but it was also
Okay.
Bree watched it with Molly and Colin, my other 2 kids. So she
Okay.
had them also, but I mean you have another son too. So yeah.
Okay.
This movie, Willy's Wonderland, was amazing.
I don't think I've saw that. And that sounds like a porno. But
It does.
Willy's Wonderland.
Wow, that would be
Listen.
such a good name for a porno.
It is. Yeah, it's perfect.
They should have named Pooh the
Intro,
Pooh movie
dildos
that Willy's
everywhere.
Wonderland because that would have been a better name. This movie stars none other than the great and wonderful Nicholas Coppola, also known as Nicolas Cage. He produced the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he produced this movie. Nicolas Cage does not say one fucking word the entire movie.
Oh, hold on. Which movie was that?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's
Yeah.
Wonderland.
Okay. Yeah.
Does not say one word. He grunts and makes faces, and
Nicolas Cage has had an interesting career.
and he's soy sauce. I think he put soy sauce in his beard to make it darker because let me tell you, it is unusually black.
Yeah. So like Steven Seagal fucking fake black hair and fake black beard.
It makes my beard look light. It makes my beard look light. How much like he fucking does. But let me tell you, it is a possessed Chuck E. Cheese. And I don't want to give too much away because it is a good movie. But Nicolas Cage, we were joking. We're like, I bet you he doesn't say one word. And we were like, and then we started guessing on what his last words would be, which was another total fucking hilarious conversation that we had. But let me tell you, it was an amazing movie. And Nicolas Cage is fucking hilarious in this movie. He is hilarious.
So I gotta watch Blood and Honey and Willy's Wonderland.
I looked up Willy's Wonderland a shirt because I wanted one because every time he kills one of them, he has to change his shirt. So I wanted a Willy's Wonderland shirt.
That's
know how much a Willy's Wonderland shirt goes for?
$150.
$53.
Oh, that's not super bad. But
$53 on Amazon.
I'd pay it,
shirt?
I listen. I'm not saying I wouldn't pay it, but that's a lot of money for a
No,
shirt.
it is. Oh yeah, absolutely, it is. Just all depending on how much you really want it and if it's totally worth it to you. 53 for a movie that I really like, I would pay it. Like,
Dude.
say if I found an original Evil Dead shirt
Yeah.
or something from the original Evil Dead movie for 50, so I'd buy it.
We went to one of the thrift store by her house, and they had a Missouri shirt. I don't know what this shirt must have been worn by fucking Elvis. $63 for a T-shirt. I
would never wear it then. Probably if I paid that
it had Elvis's sweat on it. 63. I asked the girl. I said, "Why is this shirt $63?" She goes, "I just work here. I have no idea." I was like, "Okay." But a T-shirt, a regular T-shirt, it's an old school T-shirt, $63. I was like, "Holy shit!" But yeah,
I have seen some I have seen some t-shirts that were that much, but they were tour t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like ones that you can't get in stores.
Yeah,
They're only
vintage.
on tour and shit like that. Yeah.
I seen them too. They were like Ed Hardy, Ryan
Oh, geez.
Stoned out.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Uh-huh.
And it was cool. Remember Chris Angel, Mind Freak?
Oh yeah.
Wear all that Ed Hardy stuff.
Mhm.
All that Affliction, Ed Hardy.
Affliction.
Remember when Champion
Yes.
was the fucking Kmart special, and now all of a sudden Champion is like this fucking Burberry brand now? Like, I could have been fucking loaded with all the Champion shit I used to get made fun of for wearing, and now these fucking kids are wearing in Filas and shit like that. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
I
K-Swiss?
know. I remember the poor kids were wearing the Filas, and I was like, I'm wearing my Filas, and everyone's like, nope.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now it's like a big thing. Oh yeah.
So we went out, and I swear to God, this guy was wearing Timbos, a big ass jacket, a Scully on, and skinny jeans. And I was like, well, I guess that's the new way the thugs are doing it today. I'm like, holy shit, he's wearing skinny jeans.
Well, do you see how like the 90s style starter windbreakers are coming
Mhm.
back? I
Are
was
they
like,
starting to?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Kansas City one last
Man,
year. It was
I was-
$105.
I had so much starter gear back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember I had a Charlotte Hornets starter windbreaker when I was
Mhm.
like 7.
I had a
and it was
fucking Larry.
my
I had a Larry
favorite.
Johnson NBA. I believe it was a starter jersey. Fucking.
Mhm.
I had that. I had the
I had
Notre
the Charlotte
Dame.
Hornets.
I had the Notre Dame pullover and shit for the fucking Notre Dame football starter. I had the fucking Notre Dame cap. All that shit.
Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna wear my Kansas City starter jacket tonight when I go home.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love. I got it last year and I fucking loved it. I put it on and I was like, holy shit! It brought me back to childhood because like my grandfather bought me one because my parents wouldn't fucking buy me shit. But my grandfather got me one and I was so excited about it. And it was, back then it wasn't. I mean, I don't think it was that expensive for the starter ones, but like
Davey doing gray sweatpants in the aisle. What's happening here?
Oh, Biz. All right, I gotta send
You
you that.
son
I'm
of
sending
a-
you that video in
You
the.
son of a bitch.
I'm
This is-
sending that
see what I
video
mean?
into
See what I
the business
told you.
party Telegram.
I don't know if we could
Here
share
we
it on.
go. Hell, I'm sending it to the business party Telegram, but I could share it on here. Hell yeah, we can.
Do it. Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see. I don't think I'll have any sound to it, but
Yeah.
let's see.
But you need the sound to it. That's the problem.
Just fucking changing right there.
Shoe off and everything. Let's get the balance. You don't want your sock on the floor. Lord only knows.
But you didn't play the whole thing. You got to look at my stupid old man face. Here, let me see if I could share it. Really, babe?
Oh, hon, could you see it
There we
at
go.
all?
I
Yeah.
can see it right now. Yeah. He's like, oh, let's
Okay.
just put these on right here. Fucking dressing room. Hey,
Wait,
that's
hold
shit
on. Hold
I've
on.
done.
Hold on.
Hold
'Cause
on.
I got the two screens, so I can probably share it from the one screen.
How do I stop? Okay, there we go.
No, it won't let me. Fuck. But yeah, so all of a sudden, so
you know, what's funny
okay.
about the video is that you hear Amanda Becker. She's like, "Oh my god."
And then she's in the middle of a sentence, and then she stops talking and just starts laughing at one point, and it's just like, and
Because
she,
what was going through her head was this fucking guy.
so I was looking for a pair of sweats, and I'm just going through, and I'm like, what am I gonna go to the thing for? I got a pair of shorts on. A lot of times you just put sweats on top of shorts, especially now during the year because
Oh yeah, I do that shit.
cold in
Still.
the morning and then hot in the afternoon. So I'm just looking through. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I have no idea that my fucking wonderful girlfriend is down the fucking line for me, videotaping me as I'm doing this. And all of a sudden we're in bed, right? We're laying in bed.
She's like, hey.
I thought the day was going great. We went thrift shopping. She bought some stuff. I bought some clubs. I found. Yeah, I didn't tell him I recorded him till way later, hours later. We got
That's how you
home.
do
We
it.
had some dinner. We were in bed. We were just like, because we went thrift shopping. She bought some stuff. I found some nice fucking Cobra golf clubs, like brand new. And I was like flying high. I was like, it's a great day. Let's watch. We're going to watch some movies. And all of a sudden she goes, hey, look at this. And she just turns her phone and there's me going. And you just hear her laugh. You just hear her laughing. She goes, oh my God. And then she just starts laughing.
That is awesome. That's hilarious.
I told him this on Sunday. I was like, you're like in your most vulnerable. You're like, I had a really great day. Everything was great. And then he knew he fucked up. It was like dread. Him, like, it's like him going back to that moment and be like, oh my God, no.
It's like that freezing, that like ping. He knew he shouldn't have done that.
I was debating on whether or not to go in the dressing room. I'm like, fuck it. They're just sweatpants. And I'm putting them on. And I didn't see anybody. But no, that lovely woman is down at the other end just going, watch this. Plotting on me.
You're the one that did it.
That's what life is all about. But yeah, I think on that we're about done.
Yeah. I mean, California was cleaned up all of a sudden of all the shit because a communist fucking dictator was coming into California. Hold on. Let me just play one thing because everybody's showing it, and it's just another proof that they don't give a fuck about us. Now my internet's not working so well. Yeah. This is just proof that they don't care about the American people.
Anytime you an event, by definition, you have people over your house. You're going to clean up the house. You have 21 world leaders. You got tens of thousands of people coming from all around the globe. What an opportunity to showcase the world's most extraordinary place, San Francisco.
Oh,
right there, he just said, you know what? I don't give a fuck until people come by.
Yeah. Well, the other video of the streets lined with Chinese flags.
Yeah.
Was crazy.
Yeah. Should not be happening.
It gave me vibes of like that's in San Francisco, right? That's not Chinatown in San Francisco. That's just
that's just
of course
San
that
Francisco.
one's loud.
Yeah. So you know what it gives me I was looking at this and it was like making me think about, have you ever seen Man in the High Castle?
Yes.
Or whatever. I was just like,
oh,
okay, so China will like occupy, the West, and Russia's going to occupy the East. Is that what's going to happen?
That's they're moving into it, especially toward the West.
Yeah,
it's fucking creepy.
And they're like, yeah, just bring it, man.
It's fucking ridiculous for that many communist flags to be presented on the streets of America. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's insane. It's fucking insane.
If somebody doesn't think that a fight is coming if somebody doesn't think a fight isn't coming in the future, you're naive.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen eventually.
He got so Gavin Newsom got so into it. They made sure that there was no Winnie the Poohs anywhere around because they didn't want to offend, his friends.
No Winnie the Poohs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a kid was walking down the street and had a Winnie the Pooh toy, and they literally took it and threw it on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Red Dawn vibes. Fucking, we're Wolverines, because that's how it's pretty much gonna end up being.
It's unbelievable, man. They won't do it for the American people. They won't do it to clean up San Francisco because taxpayer dollars. But they'll do it.
I don't know, a health crisis. You
Right.
know,
It's like
you,
you don't want to end up on a list where like I see Chinese flags, I say Wolverines, motherfucker.
It's a bad and once again, congratulations, people. This is what you voted for.
Yeah, that's
This
the
is
worst.
what 81 million people voted for. This. And this is what all these people, they had a chance to get Gavin Newsom out. No, they did. They voted for right from again. This is they're coming to take over.
I will
said it
say
before.
though, he did get recalled, and there were like 2 million votes against him in the recall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a good
but
sign.
It's not a good sign because it's a good sign he got recalled, but then they voted for him again. So the recall was nothing but just it was an exercise in bullshit. In my
Yeah.
opinion. In my opinion, it was
Yeah.
an exercise in bullshit. It went,
Mhm.
okay, we'll recall him, and then we'll vote for him. And we'll vote for him anyway.
No, I can definitely see that, but like to Jackie's point though, it's showing that a lot of more people are actually being like, we're getting pretty fucking tired of this, and
Yeah.
it should be a lot more Republican. Like I think in California, I think there's more Republicans than people know about, but they just
'cause
don't
it's like New York.
fucking either show up for shit.
Well,
It's like
no,
New
because
York.
it's only what LA and like another big city in California and everything.
Hollywood, LA.
Like Northern California is all red.
Well, and there's
And,
also
like
a
San
lot of like
Francisco and shit.
there's a lot of people out
Oakland.
there, to be honest, because like we got to consider, you got to also remember California is a trendy state. So there's probably a lot of libertarians out there that are not going to vote
Mm-hmm.
Republican, but they also won't vote Democrat. You know what
Well,
I'm
it's
saying?
like
Like they're going to
it's
vote
like New
third
York.
party and other shit. Yeah.
Upstate New
they
York
give-
is all red, but mostly densely populated New York City is
Mhm.
what votes for blue, and that's what
Yeah.
you get blue.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
California's the same thing. You got that little sliver because New Jersey's the same thing. The same little sliver of California and Jersey is almost the exact fucking same. It's right in the middle,
Oh yeah.
and then both
Yeah.
the top and the
After-
bottom are red.
After the election in New Jersey this like last week, people are like, yeah, this is why New Jersey needs to be two different states. Because it literally it literally is.
Basically
North
is already,
Jersey
yeah.
and South Jersey are like completely
kind of
different.
like how North Carolina and South Carolina, like they could try to be one, but but they kind of agree in ways more than like North and South Jersey, to be honest. I mean,
Did you see who's vying for fucking Bob Menendez's seat?
no.
No who?
Tammy Murphy.
I don't know.
No.
Yep.
That fucking hoe. Come on.
Phil
guessing
Murphy's
nobody
wife.
She can't even get her, she
Phil
can't
Mur-
even
it's
get
Phil
her
Murphy's
husband
wife.
a decent dentist, and you want to put her in there?
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Phil Murphy's wife is running for fucking Bob Menendez's seat.
No. Oh, my
Another way for
God.
them
But
to
you
stick
know
their
what?
fucking nose in for because if she wins, she's in there for life. She's in there for fucking life. She'll never get out. She'll never get the
Right.
fuck out. And
Yeah.
then he'll get to be making laws and doing whatever he wants forever.
I
Dude,
swear,
it's-
almost every year, some politician in the state of New Jersey is going to jail for voter fraud. Almost every year, some like elected official is prosecuted for voter fraud in the state of New Jersey. It happens every year. It's insane. I don't know. Well, is there anybody else going up against her?
I don't know. I just saw that today. I was like, no fucking way. No fucking. It said First Lady of New Jersey running for Bob. Fuck her. First of all, she's not the First Lady of New Jersey. Okay? Fucking Phil Murphy isn't even the fucking first man of New Jersey. He's a cunt.
I was gonna say, is she the first cunt of New Jersey? Then is it?
Jack's second. Phil's first. She's second. It's just, dude, I'm so glad I'm fucking gone from that place. I am so
Me too.
glad I am gone from that place because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Like I said, I went back there for 2 weeks. They just said that there's a possibility of bringing masks back, and everybody was wearing a fucking mask. Just a possibility.
yeah.
Just fucking sheep right back to. Bah, bah.
Well, But you were up in North Jersey, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, South. See, that's the different. The South Jersey is different. That's
But I
where
was
you got
also-
the guy from like Attila's gym and
But
stuff.
I was also in
and
Vernon.
things.
I was in Vernon, and Vernon's very red and stuff like that. I was kind of in Passaic County a little bit, but not completely. I was up in Vernon in North Jersey, where it's pretty red up there by upstate. A lot of that Stockholm and all that stuff is all red, and then you got kind of get to the Wayne Patterson area, and that's when it starts to turn blue and a little bit like Wayne is a red, and then Patterson starts where the blue, and then it goes down, and then it goes to what, like fucking
Yay!
maybe like Seaside, and then it starts to turn red again. You
Yeah.
know, but that whole middle section needs to be cut out of Jersey.
Well, but the thing is that, but we all also, I mean, the way that COVID was handled in New Jersey was different how it was handled like where we are now.
Yeah.
Right.
So
absolutely.
It was way more harsher than where I'm at. Indiana, we didn't really have much of anything going on.
Bro, you
Yeah.
would have
Like, there
thought
was
people
some
were
places that like did the mask mandate, whatever. But dude, it was very pick and choose here.
You would have thought people were dying in the middle of Walmart the way they treated it. You would have
Yeah.
thought people were just
It
sitting
was-
there and just being taken out. Everything,
it was horrible.
dude, it was
like-
bad.
There was a retirement. There was like a senior home like facility right near my house. I drove by it. They literally had chains on the doors of the place.
That's fucking crazy.
Chains. They had roadblocks
Like,
on the streets for people who lived in little like townhouses.
like
they
did COVID take
It
steroids?
wasn't that people
Why do you
couldn't
need
go out.
chains?
They couldn't leave. It was
Ah.
horrible. Like you would hear stories about like
Who was running the
how-
fucking place? Joe Brown?
oh my god. Well, like you hear stories about like 17
doors.
people found in a shed that they had just put dead people that they had just put in a shed. And you're like, where the fuck are we?
Meanwhile, that fucking asshole Cuomo had an entire
Yeah.
fucking vessel for people to go if they got sick, and not one fucking person
Yeah,
went there.
never used it.
It's like, guys, guess what? It's liquid, it's fluid in the lungs. Let's take ventilators and just ram that fucking fluid
Dude,
right
you
through their
want to-
lungs and just
yeah.
keep it fucking going.
Once you put that ventilator on them, that's a death sentence.
Yeah. We can do COVID. Like we could go over COVID
We're
stuff.
getting demonetized
Yeah,
anyway.
We'll
Well,
do that
no,
another
because-
time.
I feel like it's important that it's still talked about because, and here's the thing,
Agreed.
because we've all had, I know I've had it, I know you all have had it, like COVID fatigue of not wanting to talk about it and just kind
Yeah.
of like wanting to move on with our lives. And I know that I felt it too. But after watching that hearing, it got me fired up again because I was just like, you know what? We allowed this to happen to us, and like people have to pay for what they've done. And all we want to do is just go back to our lives because we were all so traumatized and we just want to get over it. But you know what? No, because
No,
this can
fuck
happen
them.
again and again and again and as many times as you want. And people are still dealing, and we're all dealing with the ramifications of what happened and all being lied to for so long.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Like
there's a
it needs to
website.
be talked about.
I forget. Me and Rich talked about it last time I was on his show. I have to get the website again, but it was like the 19 things that happened during COVID, and we were going through it. And holy shit, I forgot so much of that shit that happened. It was like, dude, it gave me anxiety. I had a little bit of anxiety before COVID. Like after COVID, the anxiety went through the fucking roof. Like it didn't leave really that much. And I think that's part of the why that when I hit a certain point, when I'm going back there, I start to get anxiety. Talking about it right now, my fucking
I know.
I can't even
I
talk.
know.
Like they made you feel like you were a criminal if you didn't wear a mask. Like you were fucking you were a walking firearm. and then you were going to
You
kill
were
somebody.
considered. You
Well,
were dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like, well, here and even in Indiana, there was a couple of places where they were pretty stringent on it, like certain grocery
Yeah.
stores and whatnot. But I was still able to do my shopping. But that's why I didn't go to a lot of places, because you guys know me. I would have
Right.
ended up being a YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
not
and that's
going to be told what the fuck to do.
my whole family during COVID was just like, seriously, I do not want to see you on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I yelled at so many people during COVID. I yelled at my OBGYN while I was 7, 8 months pregnant. She was basically calling me a danger to everybody in her fucking office.
Yeah,
and
and
I
you're
was
like, "Fuck you."
Excuse me? And
Good.
you're supposed to be cutting me open? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass, bitch.
They were at one point they were limiting Walmarts to 100 people. There was
Oh, I
somebody
know,
like a
yeah.
fucking bouncer counting
Yes.
people going in
Yep.
and going out. It was
And
like
they
holy,
start
and
putting those gates in at Walmart to let people in and out and
Yeah.
shit. It was mhm.
And it's
You
funny
don't
as
think
they
fuck
had
whenever you tell people welcome to communism, they're like, no, it's about all this health bullshit. No, fucking
Yeah.
welcome to communism, bitch.
Well, this was the dumbest thing that they all did too, is there was one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
the way you came in, it was the way you went out. And you're like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Makes
'Cause
no
they had
fucking sense.
If you're
You should
if
be-
you're going to do that, then do one entrance and one exit. Not
Yeah,
an
on like a
entrance that
whole
leaves
other
it
side of the
being a
store,
one.
basically.
Yeah, but the reason why they did it was because they that's how they needed
Yep,
to
the
count
clickers,
people.
yeah.
So it had nothing to do. It really didn't have anything to do with
No,
like
it didn't.
health
that-
or anything
they-
like that.
they
It was
did that.
about all fucking control.
They did that at our Walmart. They did the one door in, one door out. But while you were walking, they put the fucking like the markers where you can walk. And once again, if you're walking past somebody, you're walking past them. If you're following somebody and they're coughing, and now you have to follow them throughout the entire fucking store as they're coughing.
What was the point? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It makes no fucking sense. And I
Yep.
was listen, when they were doing that, I was the one going the opposite direction, and people were looking at me like they wanted to fucking murder me. And I said that to them. I go, listen, if I stand behind you and you cough, or I cough and you standing behind me, who's gonna get it? You
Yeah.
are. If I
Right.
pass you, guess who's gonna get it? Mostly not you. Mostly me.
Oh,
It-
I
it-
can't.
it-
Yeah, I know.
and we're one generation away from that
honestly,
again. We're
Yeah,
one generation
exactly.
again from that. Because when our generation goes, our kids know what it's like to do that, and they'll go, no, the government said during COVID that we're okay, and they'll fucking forget all this, and then they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh no, the government says this, and then their generation, their kids are gonna be like, oh no, we're always wearing masks. What do you
But
mean?
like,
We've been
with all
born
of
with
those
masks.
points, with all those points made, that like you and like me, whatever else, it's common sense is not so common anymore, and that's sad as fuck.
it is. Well, and also that people just don't want to. What I notice is that a lot of people are like knew that it was fucked up and it didn't make any sense, but
Didn't
they
say
did it
anything.
anyway because they didn't want to make any waves. They
Go
just wanted
along
to
to
go
get
on
along.
with their life. Yeah, go on. They just didn't want to do. And I'm like, no, this
Yeah,
this
no.
is stupid. You all look fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when
You know,
they were
I
like,
would go out. I would have I put something on my mouth, but then I had tape over it saying like we are all sheep, like you're a sheep, and I had it written on my fucking mouth
Hell
as I would
yes.
go into stores and stuff.
That's what's up.
common sense is a
It,
superpower.
it really is these days. It really is.
But
Yeah,
no,
I-
like Davey, like what you're saying, like I feel myself getting like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking I'm telling you, I cannot once I hit Virginia, that all come back, and it's just like, and I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to fucking be there. I was just
See,
like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Get the fuck
you
out of
guys,
here.
you guys had a little more than I did, yeah. Because like the only time that I really experienced it was when I went to Illinois for certain things, and that was about it. Because at my job, somebody got COVID and somebody was paranoid, whatever else, and they were like trying to fucking almost shut us down. I was like, shut the fuck up. This is exactly what I told them. Stop it. Go get the fucking antigen test from Walgreens. Everyone test and then go from there. Stop being
Right.
a bunch of fucking pussies. Like, just stop. We're not shutting our shit down. Just let's go from there. Fucking quit being all
Mhm.
crazy.
Well, and that's why I feel like though too, like other people in other states, like in Indiana or even here in North Carolina, they don't understand
Mm-hmm.
how bad it got. Like I couldn't track, like I couldn't go anywhere in the city of Philadelphia at all. Because I'd have a COVID pass.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I'd
Uh-huh.
have a vaccine pass.
Right.
You
And
know,
the only reason I was allowed where I was because of where I worked. That was it.
right?
Yeah.
If I had my ID on me for my job, I could go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I could go anywhere I wanted to because I had that my badge. Other than that, nobody was allowed to do anything and nothing. The roads were fucking barren.
That was the creepiest part. That was
Yeah.
the creepiest
Dude, the
part.
first time I saw New York City, the 42nd Street cleared. I think that was the first anxiety attack I had because I had never in my whole life seen 42nd, and I lived in that motherfucker.
You had anxiety without racket. You're like, why is it so calm here?
Dude, yeah. Dude, 42nd Street is the pinnacle of fucking New York, and that thing is always going 24 hours a day. And when that was cleared, bro, I was like, what the fuck? And I started to have a panic attack. Like, I was, what the fuck is going on? What like it was the movie with Will Smith.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah. It was I Am Legend. I'd never ever fucking seen 42nd Street, Times Square that clear in my life. And when that happened, bro, I freaked the fuck out. I freaked out, man.
Why is it this calm? This should not be happening.
No.
I know.
Why are there no cars? What the fuck's going on? There's no people there.
I didn't hear any fucking car horns for 5 minutes.
Sabaros is closed. This is bullshit. Yeah, dude. It was like people don't get it, man. And she's right. Mama J's right, man. It was people in the middle like you guys don't really like it was you were a piece of shit. Like to family, like families were broken up.
Yeah.
Like families literally like they were like, you're gonna kill grandma, you're gonna kill grandpa. Why are you doing this? What are you doing? You know, you're gonna kill this person. You're gonna like, no, I'm not. I go to fucking my dad. Me and my dad work in the same industry, and I go, you go to fucking work every day, don't you? Yeah. I go to work every day, don't I? Yeah. We're fine, right? Yeah. So what the fuck? No,
exactly.
You gotta wear a mask or you're gonna kill. Okay.
Right.
Whatever. You're just dumb. You're just fucking dumb, and you're just as closed-minded because we had an argument too. The first BLM march, we'll call it, where during COVID, I was standing in his house and I go, look, that's okay though. Well, they're doing it for a purpose. Oh, because COVID, because there's a purpose, and because because COVID sees the purpose of BLM movement, and it just goes right above them.
Dude, when I first heard that argument, I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, "You all are so fucking stupid."
That's the part that was even crazier. Okay, because like, so you had all the protests and stuff for BLM in like May, June, July, and August of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember when I saw like there was a huge one in Philadelphia too, and I was just like, I saw it on TV, and I was like telling my family, I was like, does this mean it's over now? Like COVID over now?
Right? Is this
like,
done now?
done? Is this done now? But what we all forget is that even after that, things got even stricter especially when it came out with the vaccines.
Yeah.
And the vaccine passports, and everyone's like, oh, they're not passports. New York had freaking Excelsior, which was an app that everyone in New York City had to have.
Mm-hmm.
It was like what they had over in China, which was an app that said that you were like red, green, or yellow or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the project started to rise up, and you saw New York take it fucking turn. No, never mind. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it just got it was the weirdest thing. And then the Fauci coming out and being like, well, those protests can happen because they're actually in a safe environment. But if there's a right-leaning protest, they're killing grandma. And you're like, I can't.
And the people, and then the people who were in the right-leaning protest, they were called sheep. And I'm going, no, you motherfuckers, what are you talking? They told you to wear 2 masks and take a finger in the ass, and you guys go, okay. But we're like, no, let's not do that. Yeah, and no, let's not do that. Those motherfuckers were buying up the toilet paper because they thought that they were going to get the runs for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And the people, but the people who were like, no, let's not do this, who are going against the grain, they're the sheep. But everybody else wasn't.
Had to mail me like vitamin C and Lysol wipes. They had to actually send it to me in the mail because we were all out everywhere.
Really? That's fucking crazy.
That was another, but I want to get into this like another time. But remember wiping down all your fucking people were wiping down all their shit, like pizza boxes and all their stuff when they first get in the house, and they started wiping cereal boxes. Like, I didn't
do that.
Nope,
I didn't either.
I farted on them.
Bro,
yeah, I like
you knew it was bad
when it was my son eat off the floor. I was like, go for it.
You knew it was bad.
Germ, get better.
When it was okay to fart in public but not cough. You knew it was bad. When I was able to, I was farting up a fucking storm everywhere. I didn't give a fuck.
Was hilarious. People still smelled it through their masks.
Yeah,
they knew it was you. They just didn't want to say nothing.
That video that dentist put out was fucking hilarious when he was talking about, like, throughout all this this COVID stuff and everything else, everyone's like, does the mask work? Does it not? I'm not trying to really answer all that, but what I am going to say is that people have really found it to be a lot easier to just fart in my chair and just let it go. Like, this mask is going to block. Well, I'm here to tell you it does not. That's fucking epic, because that people were just letting them rip a lot more now too. Like, I
didn't give a fuck. I would say it. I go, well, I guess it's more acceptable to fart now than cough. So here you go.
Yeah.
And I would just let it rip. I didn't give a fuck, man. I almost got into a fight with a guy. I almost got into a fight because people
just tell him he's mad because he couldn't fart as good as you. Hey, I mean,
the people were just fucking.
Is
insane,
it a lie?
Man. No. No, I can make a stinky if I need to.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
speaking of stinky, I think we're about stinkingly done. Don't think there's a whole lot to go over. We'd had one other article, but I don't really care about that right now. It's funny, but maybe we can talk about that later. Maybe we can cover that some other time. And I'm sure you all have heard about the so. If you haven't, you might look that up later.
What you went down when you put the music on?
Will Smith shit.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let people look that up later for themselves, or we might even go over it later. But we're already approaching.
That's an
2
evergreen
hours.
Story, my friend. That story will go on forever.
Absolutely. But on that note, you guys got anything else to say?
Nothing. You can find me at MW Troublemaker on Twitter and Troublemaker Davey on TikTok for as long as I am over there. I think I've reopened my Clapper, so I mean I'm gonna try that because I hear it's a lot more freer over there. So let's see what happens over there. And same thing, Troublemaker Davey on Clapper. But yeah, all the links are on there. You can find me and Jackie on Sundays at the Weekend Hangover. This weekend we've already started discussing the Britney Spears conservatorship because it is wild. And you can find me, we don't know either, on Fridays at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I'm Jay.
You can find me on Twitter, also known as X, at Suburban Mama 1. That's Suburban Mama, the number 1. Find me there. That's it.
Right on. And Scott_Craiglow on Instagram, Business Party Podcast on Instagram, Biz Party Podcast on Twitter, and beyond that. Hope you all have a great fucking night, and we will see you next week. And love y'all.
Back to Moon. We're going.